Today we're going to compare 5 mid-sized reversible seat models: the Joolz Day 5, the Cybex Balios, the Baby Jogger City Sights, the Nuna Mixx Next, and the Uppababy Cruz V2, looking at their advantages and disadvantages with relation to child comfort, ease of use, and durability characteristics, as well as judging how much value they provide for their varying price tags. And starting off with our most expensive model today, at a bit over $1,300, the Joolz Day 5 comes with both a bassinet as well as a seat that lays flat as it reclines. Seat size on the Day is okay in comparison to these other models, with a width of 27 centimeters and a length of 95, though a lack of space under the canopy and the absence of a proper footrest on the front frame are negatives when it comes to older toddlers. With regards to parent comfort, the Day has a higher than average range of handle height, 103 to 113 centimeters, and a good-sized basket with a 10-kilo weight capacity. As far as folding goes, there are a few minuses versus some of these other strollers in that the process is two-handed, the triggers are a bit loose and also heavy on the fingers to pull, the model only folds down as a single piece with the seat facing forwards, and when folded, it's the largest here, with folded dimensions of 83 by 60 by 46 centimeters, and also the second heaviest at 12 kilos. That being said, it does have a couple positives with regards to folding, in a carry strap on the underside of the seat for easier lifting, and a comfortably positioned unlocking button on one of the central hubs. When it comes to driving, the Day has decently sized wheels, 12 inches in the back and 7.3 in the front, but the suspension is a bit too stiff for the rigid chassis design in my opinion, making the model a bit more jittery off-road than some of these other choices. As far as durability goes, the Day is well built and sturdy, and the brand offers a 10-year transferable warranty, which is one of the best after-sales offerings on the market. Lastly, when looking at value relative to cost, I unfortunately feel that the Day is a little on the pricey side for what it offers performance-wise, where there are better models here today if you're purely looking for bang for your buck. Though this doesn't mean that it's not a quality product, and is still definitely worth considering if you feel it could be a good fit for you. Next up is the Balios, which, at around $500, provides a better cost-to-value ratio in my opinion. The Balios doesn't come with a bassinet, though there is one available for extra purchase, and the seat also reclines flat enough to be suitable for newborns. As far as seat size goes, the Balios' seat is both slightly longer than the Day's, at 99 centimeters, and also a smidge wider, at 28, though this is the result of having somewhat thinner padding. It similarly has a canopy that's flush with the seat back, but the seat back itself is taller, 56 versus 53 centimeters, and the Balios also has a proper front frame mounted footrest. With regards to parent comfort, the Balios has a shorter range of handle height than the Day, 99 to 109 centimeters, while its shopping basket is similarly large and can also carry up to 10 kilos. When it comes to folding, the Balios has a few advantages over the Day in that its folding mechanisms can be operated with one hand, it folds down as a single piece with the seat either forwards or reversed, it's a hair lighter at 11.7 kilos, and it folds down to a more compact 40 by 48.5 by 65 centimeters. As far as driving goes, the Balios has smaller wheels than the Day, 10.6 inches in the back and 6.9 in the front, but its suspension is a bit more noticeable, making it more comfortable over rough ground. As far as durability goes, the Balios has a strong build for its price, but it is a bit weaker than the Day, in particular with the design of its seat frame. There's a little more looseness in a few areas with the chassis, in particular the handle, and Cybex doesn't provide anywhere close to as good of a guarantee. That being said, however, it does stand out a lot more in relation to the wider market within its own lower price class in my opinion, which arguably makes it a better value purchase. Moving on, we get to our cheapest model today, the Baby Jogger City Sights, which currently only costs around $340. The Sights has a bucket seat and doesn't have a newborn acceptable recline, though there is a bassinet available for extra purchase. When it comes to seat size, the Sights has roughly the same dimensions as the Day, 27 centimeters in width and 96 in length, and also like the Day, lacks a proper footrest on the front frame. Looking at parent comfort, the Sights' handle is adjustable between 99 and 109 centimeters, while its shopping basket is less weight capable than the Day or Balios, holding only up to 7 kilos, and is the hardest to access of all 5 due to the positioning of its central crossbar. When it comes to folding, like the Balios, the Sights has one-handed mechanisms and can be folded with the seat in either facing, and it also has the major positive of a centrally located folding system, which is a more durable setup than handle-operated systems since it removes the need for long internal wires. That being said, there is an important negative in that the model doesn't self-stand when folded. Weight and folded size with the Sights are roughly equivalent to most of these other models at 11.3 kilos and 81 by 59 by 32 centimeters for its folded dimensions. As far as driving goes, the Sights is the least comfortable of these models to use over rough ground in my opinion, having acceptable wheel size, 7 inches in the front and 10.2 in the back, but also having a very rigid chassis combined with suspension mechanisms that have so much tension that shock absorption is virtually unnoticeable. When it comes to durability, the Sights excels well above its price class in my opinion, but is nonetheless the least durable model here today, and it's also the least premium feeling in terms of textiles and smaller ease of use features. With that noted, however, at its current super low price, it's still arguably as good as the Balios in providing value for money. Next up, at a little over $800, is the Mixx Next, which, like the Balios, doesn't come stock with a bassinet, though does have a newborn acceptable recline. As far as seat size goes, the Mixx Next is unfortunately the worst of all 5 by far, with a similar width to the previous models of 28 centimeters, but a length of only 78. There is a front frame mounted footrest that helps a bit in terms of leg space, but with the shortest seat back at only 48 centimeters and no extra space under the canopy, my experience with patrons is that seat size can often be a problem as early as 2 to 2.5 years old. When it comes to parent comfort, the Mixx Next has the highest range of handle height of these models, between 105 and 114 centimeters, and a shopping basket that's large and accessible, but has the lowest weight capacity at 4.5 kilos. With regards to folding, the Mixx Next fold is two-handed, but easy to accomplish, and the model can be folded down as a single piece with a seat in either facing. The Mixx Next folds down flat, with the wheels down and the handle well elevated off the ground, which a lot of parents like. Though I would note that since the folded package isn't up on its side when initially folded, there's a more bending involved to lift it. As far as weight and folded size go, the Mixx Next is our heaviest model today at 12.8 kilos, while its folded dimensions are pretty middle of the pack at 60 by 70 by 48 centimeters. Looking at driving, the Mixx Next provides the best terrain capability of all these models, with good-sized wheels, 7.5 inches in the front and 11 in the back, and large suspension mechanisms that provide very noticeable shock absorption. That being said, the chassis' central struts are a bit too bendy in my opinion, which creates a feeling of drag when steering. As far as durability goes, though Nuna doesn't offer an extended guarantee, the Mixx Next is nonetheless a bit more durable in a lot of ways than either the City Sights or the Balios, though not quite as strong as the Day 5. But that noted, when it comes to value for money, seat size is a bit of a clincher with the Mixx Next in my opinion, as at $800, it's not fun to find out halfway through your stroller years that the seat is too small and you need to buy another model. Last up today is the Cruz V2, which clocks in at $700 and has a bucket seat design with an adjustable leg rest like the Sights. The Cruz V2 seat doesn't have a newborn acceptable recline as it comes stock, though there is a seat insert available that fixes this, as well as a bassinet that can be bought separately. As far as seat size is concerned, the Cruz V2 is the best model here today, with 34 centimeters in width, and also being the only model here with a canopy that can be raised up for extra headspace, giving the seat a total length of 109 centimeters, in addition to the possibility of folding down the leg rest and using the front frame mounted footrest. As far as parent comfort is concerned, the Cruz V2's handle is adjustable between 101 and 108 centimeters, while its shopping basket is the largest, most accessible, and at 13.6 kilos, also the most weight-capable of our models today. That being said, as far as folding goes, like the Day, the Cruz has a few disadvantages versus the rest of the pack, requiring two hands, though the triggers are more comfortable to pull than the Day's, and only folding down to a single piece with the seat facing forwards. In addition, unlike several of these other models, there's no handle or easily accessible crossbar in its standing position to act as a natural place to grip the Cruz when lifting it. In terms of weight, the Cruz is pretty middle of the road at 11.5 kilos, though its folded dimensions are the tallest here, 42 by 58 by 84 centimeters. Looking at driving, the Cruz has slightly smaller wheels than most of these other models, with 10 inches in the back and 7 in the front. It has hefty, noticeable suspension with its spring-loaded support struts, but the harder wheel type and rigid chassis design make it a little less comfortable over harder ground than either the Mixx Next or the Balios in my opinion, though it is better in this respect than the Day or the Sights. As far as durability goes, build quality is quite good with the Cruz, on par with or possibly even better than the Mixx Next. And Uppababy also provides a longer than average guarantee and is one of the best brands out there in my experience when it comes to after-sales service and providing replacement parts or repair help. And as far as value for money goes then, the Cruz V2 is actually my favorite model here today, feeling quite premium and having a lot of functionally useful characteristics, while still having a relatively reasonable price for a top-end model. In any case, we hope you found this video interesting, and if you did, please subscribe, as this sort of support helps us to continue making videos in the future. If you'd like to know more about any of these models, we have standalone reviews for all of them that go into a lot more detail, and links have been added in the description. In addition, if you're currently shopping for a stroller, we have a buyer's guide on our Patreon page which lists a wide range of models that we recommend, with a lot of technical and lifestyle related information. You can find it by following the link in the description as well. Thank you.